Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, a lot has been going on in 2023, but it's time for a new year and it's time for a new you. So I have an opportunity that's coming up and you're going to see this opportunity. I'm going to explain it to you and it may not happen. I don't know if it's going to happen again, but I want you to pay attention to it. If this is your first time to this channel, please go and like, subscribe because you may miss out on any other opportunities that may come about. This channel, I'm always full of ideas, putting tools together, showing you what different tools are doing, showing you the opportunities beneath those different SaaS tools and products that are out there. All right, so I'm going to take you over to my desktop and I'm going to show you a tool that could possibly change your life or move you to another level in 2024. It has everything to do with drop shipping, has a little bit to do with Shopify, and actually has a lot to do with Shopify. So we're going to take a look at it over on my desktop. You guys ready? This is going to be great. And I'm going to lay out the case for Launch Cart. Let's take a look at it. Let's go over to my computer. All right, so now that we're over here at my desktop, let me kind of tell you, let me lay out this outline for you and or blueprint on how you're going to cash in on your opportunity to get into the dropshipping business. Now, there's a lot of dropshipping stores out there. We get that and understand that. But if you want to get into the dropshipping business, this is your perfect opportunity. Now, before I get started, I'm going to lay out a few things for you, lay out a few facts for you, right? So this is the opportunity. Let me talk about the company first. I'm going to spend about 2 minutes on that, and then I'm going to break down the reason why something phenomenal is getting ready to happen. And either you're going to be a part of it or you're not. Now, if you've heard of a company called Go High Level, or people call them GHL, right? They came out with an opportunity, created a white label package and took the world by storm because they're in the right place at the right time. The thing about that, everybody's been trying to duplicate what Go High Level did. To me, I think this is the second coming of that, because it puts you an opportunity to be a major player in the dropshipping space. Now, the dropshipping space is changing, right? It's changing. So let me just move right into what I want to do. Let me give you the case for purchasing, having a lifetime deal opportunity with LaunchCart. Now, first of all, I don't work for LaunchCart. I'm not a representative of theirs or anything. I just know an opportunity when I see one. So this person right here you're looking at, his name is Percy Miller. Most people call him Master P, right? He's a chairman of LaunchCart, right? He is a disruptor, right? That's what he does. For everything that he's gotten into, every business he's done, he's been a disruptor, right? He's a rapper. A lot of people may know him or may be familiar with him, but what he did was he disrupted the record industry by not going to the record industry and started selling records and albums out of his own trunk. And he didn't even go through the record labels and became a millionaire just by bypassing them and keeping the money off the top. Again, a disruptor figured out how the system was working and then said, you know what, I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to disrupt the market. And so Master P created a lot of artists and kind of created the model now where people self-publish. That's what he did. He was a disruptor before his time. So he's one of the people on the board. Now, let me share with you who else is on their board. Now, and I'm going somewhere with this, and I'm laying out the case. The next person I want you to pay close attention to is a gentleman by the name of Bert Ullmann, right? Who is Bert Ullmann, right? He is a marketing mogul, right? This guy has been responsible for launching brands like Adam Levine, Jennifer Lopez, Nicki Minaj, right? He took Damon John acknowledges that he took him from a $40 million company to a $400 million company right here. He is responsible for actually he took them to 800 million in annual retail sales. This guy is a genius, right? He's on the team, right? He's their brand strategist. Now, let's talk about the deal. Let's talk about the offer. And let me tell you where your opportunity lies. So stay with me here, right? So the first thing I want you to do is I wanted you to pay attention to the pricing, right? So the pricing right now to get on Launchcart is they have a free plan. Of course, a free plan charges anyone 6% off of just for a platform, and they don't give you, you don't get your own domain, custom domain, and all that. So we're not even going to talk about the free plan. We're going to talk about the liftoff, the growth, and the scale. But I want you to concentrate on the scale plan, because the scale plan is what you have an opportunity to get. The scale plan is $297 a month, right? So work with me. It's $297 a month. So on an annual basis, it's about 3,000. It's about $3,564, right? So if it's $3,564 annually, right? That's how much it costs annually. Now, what you have an opportunity right now to get this actual scale plan and get 100 stores. So nowhere on here, all you get is one store. If you bought this, you got one store. You bought that, you got one store. You pay for that a month, you got one store. If you paid scale for one store, it costs you $297. You have the opportunity right now to get 100 stores, right? Right now, 100 stores for $700. Now, if you do the math on that, that comes out to a value of $297. That comes out to a value of that's about a 4,142% growth rate. So if you bought it and then resold each store for $297, that's about how much you would make. So in essence, you'd make about $29,700, right? Multiply that out by 100, right? So, but the return would be 4,000%. But if you sold each store for about $4,000, because if it costs $3,500 a year and you sold people each store for $4,000, because that's a one-time purchase that they would make, they wouldn't have to make any more payments after that. You could basically essentially make $400,000, right? That's just off this sale if you never did anything else in the dropshipping market. But let's go one step further. You may be asking, well, what kind of store is it? This is one of the first stores that I built. I have 5 stores open right now. So this is one of the first stores that I built. It's very simple. I didn't do a whole lot to it, but I built it out pretty fast. And everybody knows me. I'm the guy that creates the digital real estates, right? I set up assets. I have from here, a person can go to my growth shop, they can go to my growth podcast, or they can go to my growth academy. I essentially created 3 revenue streams off the one revenue stream that I have here. So this is 4 revenue streams. I'm just giving you a breakdown of what you could possibly do with this type of setup. And the person says, okay, so what is it that they're selling, right? So you go here, you see that, hey, it's an actual mug, right? This is drop shipping, right? And people can order the mug. They can order the different mugs and things of that nature. So you might be saying also, why is drop shipping such a big thing, right? So let me tell you why drop shipping is such a big thing. What they did was Launchcart just announced on November 29th a letter of intent to acquire Exchange Collective. Now, what is Exchange Collective? I'm going to get into that a little bit later. I just wanted to let you know how the value is going to change immensely for the purchase that you make today, right? So I'm going to come back to acquire the Exchange Collective. So let me come back to that, right? What I first wanted to tell you was, why is dropshipping so big? Well, Walmart to close 269 stores, right? Including 154 in the US and 9 in California. The reason why they're closing, so a lot of stores are not being profitable because of pilferage, right? Pilferage is a technical term for people stealing, right? So what people are actually doing is people are actually going into, people are going into your Walmarts or your Targets, and they're stealing stuff out and now reselling it on your eBay or your Etsy or your Shopify. they're taking they're stealing them out of stores. So if these stores are not profitable, right, then those stores get closed down because a lot of people are stealing, right? And that's the big thing. People are stealing in the physical store, which has a higher overhead, and they're selling it online, which has a lower overhead, right? So you may be saying, well, how do I know you're being correct about that? Well, Walmart has their own marketplace, right? So you as an individual can come and sell your own products on Walmart to compete with the likes of Etsy and some of these other stores. The game is changing because it is no longer profitable to operate a brick and mortar business. You have the opportunity to pick up a lifetime deal of 100 stores for $700. I think it's $699. Well, $700. That's crazy, right? And so the reason why I showed you the pricing, right? The reason why I showed you let's go back to the pricing. Let's look at that. The reason why I showed you the pricing is because when you buy 100 stores, you get the scale plan. You get the plan that's worth $297 a month. That's what they're selling it for, right? Not only that, if you buy any one of these, if you buy their second tier or third tier on Appsumo, you're still getting multiple stores. You can't even buy multiple stores on their own website. They're selling you a package of stores, right? They're selling you the package of stores, right? So what I need you to understand is there's a new player that they just added 2 weeks ago, right? And it's called the Exchange Collective. This is changing the game. So what you're actually going to do is the brands are on this side, your Nike, your Adidas, and your all of those brands, right? The golf brands, they're on that side. Now they don't even have enough shelves that they can get their product out to, but they want to get into the director to the actual end consumer. That's where you come in with your Shopify. I mean, not your Shopify, but Shopify as well. Shopify, I think, is already doing it, but now that Launchcart is getting in the game. But Launchcart is acquiring Exchange Collective, right? And so now a person can actually come to your store, right? And they could actually purchase from you. You now become a retailer. You now become a retailer with no overhead. Why do you have no overhead, right? Because you've already paid a sunken cost of $6.99. You don't have any other costs, right? If you want to run ads, you definitely can do that. But this is Launchcart here. I don't know much longer they're going to be here. I think they're going to probably be here for about another week or two or a couple of weeks. I'm not really sure, but I know they've been there and they're actually getting ready to leave because they've been there a while, right? I don't know the exact date, so I'm not even going to tell you. I just know that they're not going to be there as long anymore because they've been there for a while already. What you're going to get if you purchase this, you're going to get a 60-day money-back guarantee. You can try it. You can go behind the scenes, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can return it, get your whole $700 back. The reason why I say $700, right? So you can say, I don't have $700 to start my own business. I definitely don't want to be reselling stores. No problem. Just get your own stores for $99, right? Spend $99, get 4 stores. You spend $99 and get 4 stores, right, that you can start your own businesses from, and you're all set, right? So you can get that. The business opportunity or the growth opportunity or the opportunity to make more money is the tier 5 setup with 100 stores. So even if you spent $99 for 4 stores, if we do an equivalent and we go back to it and take a look at it, you're getting 4 stores under the growth plan, as that's what you'd be getting, 4 stores for $99. This is $97 a month. You're getting 4 stores for $99. You're already killing it right there by getting the growth plan. The better value becomes getting the scale plan and getting the 100 stores that you'll never see that opportunity again, right? So I needed you to understand that. Also, let's go back to the letter of intent. Launchcart announces letter of intent to acquire the Exchange Collective. You need to understand what's happened here. Today announced a letter of intent to acquire 100% of Exchange Collective. This strategic move finalized on November 27, marks a major advancement in the e-commerce sector, particularly in the area of dropshipping. This is huge, major. This is major, people, major. So let me show you kind of what they have going on right now with the Exchange Collective. They got some big people behind this. Again, you have a disruptor, you have Percy Miller, you have a marketing brand genius and Bert Ullmann, right? And you have the deal of a lifetime. Listen, if you want to see, I put my money where my mouth is. Let me get to my stores. Let me show you. These are my stores. And you can see right here, I have 4 stores already. I was demoing a couple of stores. I got 96 stores left, right? You think I'm just out here just not eating my own dog food? This is what I do. If I'm telling you about a deal, then I've already spent my money on it. And these are the easiest stores to set up. Working on some different stores here, some different ideas. So I have another tool that I purchased that has its own marketplace. So I'm actually going to put one of my stores in my other marketing, my other marketplace, right? So I can create my own marketplace. So the e-commerce space is getting ready to blow up right now. Everybody's trying to compete, obviously, with Amazon, and Amazon is beating them. I never thought that I would see the day that Walmart would get into the marketplace space. If Walmart is getting there, they already know where their bread is butter. So again, this is Jenny Jones. This is the case, right? For Launchcart getting into this area, looking at the different. Let's take another look at some of the slides that they did when they made the announcement. Let's take a look and let's dive into the slides a little bit. And obviously, you can use my link below to get your 100 stores. If you don't want to get 100 stores, just spend $99 and get 4 stores. What I assure you is a year from now, you're going to be like, Jenny, I should have got the 100 stores. And be like, yeah, I told you to get the 100 stores. So let's take a look at a couple of their slides, and then we're going to close this puppy out. All right. So on their conference call, they spoke to Bert Ullmann, right? These are real people, right? He was talking about some of the brands, and they did some of the other things that they did. So you have Greg Ryder, who's the CEO, right, of Launchcart, right? You have Greg, and then you have Bert Ullmann, right? This is major, people. This is a big deal. So he was on there. He talked about how excited he was, but then they talked to the CEO. Dave, it's Dave and Dan. I think Dave and Dan, they both launched the Exchange Collective, him and his brother. And he came on the call and he talked about how exciting, and he talked about how they were a disruptor when they came. So now the game is just changing, right? And a lot of people say, okay, so what is the Exchange Collective, right? So they went on to say, hey, the Exchange Collective is an e-commerce enablement, right? Connecting brands to multiple online sales channels through a single powerful connection. That basically means that all the different brands can now pick the different stores that they want to start moving their product, right? As long as their product is moving, they're happy, right? And so that's what it is. It's just a single powerful connection. So what you have here is you have the Exchange Collective right here. Brands love this. They're able to meet their customers in more places, right? The influencers. So if you're doing something, or myself, and I start talking about some of the other products that I have, most people are moving to influencers to move their product, believe it or not, whether they're on Instagram or something like that. They're able to do that, or there may be content sites. So these are the different ways that they're using brick and mortar, online retailers. Now they're using influencers, right? Now they have these content sites. They're trying to get their brands here, and they're using the exchange to get there. What you're going to have on the opportunity is you're going to have access to the exchange and some of the brands, and you can actually kind of create some of your partnerships up front, right? And so This is another one that they did. Brands have a problem demonstrating authenticity and getting visibility with consumers in an authentic way without costly digital ads. They'd rather pay a commission to someone who's actually selling their products. Think of the overhead that they're saving, and rather pay a 20 or 30% commission to people who are actually moving their products, right? So higher selling fees, up to 30% that they're able to give you that, right? And so this is changing the game. This is the way you have the influencer. You keep seeing that. You see the Google influencer, retailer, wholesale channel. Now the influencer is entering the game. You being an influencer that have 100 stores, or people that are actually running an e-commerce, you can say, hey, you know what? You can buy one of my stores for $4,000 or $5,000. You actually have a store you can sell. Someone could buy your store for $5,000, and you could actually set up your own channel with the $5,000 that they paid you, and then you could buy your own products or develop your own. There's so many different ways you can go with this, right? And so this is just another example. Expanded inventory without risk. These are the advantages. You can monetize your content. Like I told you when I showed you 3 other ways I can make money on one of my channels, because I have other assets that they can get to, right? And it's more to be more than just an influencer. Influencers, athletes, bloggers, content creators can create an entire website store from scratch that runs completely on the Exchange Collective platform. So just being a part of Launchcart, you're going to have access to the Exchange Collective. That means that if you run another website, people can buy from your website and still come over there and still be able to link into your Launchcart. This has been Jenny Jones. You cannot say I do not bring you guys good deals or different ways to increase your earnings, right? And hey, please subscribe. I'm always coming up with these different ideas. Until next time, you guys be safe out there. This is the case for Launchcart full stack, full tier. If you're first time ever using Appsumo is a deal site that offers lifetime deals on software. This is a lifetime deal that you're getting. Lifetime deal means you pay once, you never pay again. Use my link below. I brought this to you. Please use my link. All right. And this is a perfect opportunity. I do have coaching classes to show you how to launch, to multiply your revenue. I still have a few more. I have about 3 more slots that I'm looking into for going into 2024. So if you want to take me up on that, that link is below as well. You guys have been good. Take care. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you even think that it's changing out here. It's definitely changing. You guys be well. Take care. Goodbye for now.